lot of adult children of narcissists express a loss of self, and they want to build a sense of self, but they underestimate the tiny little things they can do throughout the day that will actually contribute to this. So what happens is, as an adult child of a narcissist, you can live your life in one of two ways. Either you can pause and reflect on what you actually want and follow yourself or your inner compass, and therefore you build the so-called sense of self, and you look at your life and it feels aligned and it makes sense to you. But the other way that you can live your life, and this is the way that most adult children of narcissists live their lives, is either by following unwritten family rules that keep you belonging to the family, but also make all of your problems be perpetuated because you never get over them, right? And the other way to live is to react to the family and rebel against it. And this is also not the same thing as following your inner compass. So I'm going to give you an example of how tiny little day-by-day decisions can help us either build a sense of self, have self-esteem, and the courage to live a boundaried life regardless of how your family reacts, or it can dig you even deeper into the hole you're already in where you feel like you don't have a sense of self. So I'll give you an example. I'm gonna go work out after this video. And really, the reason I wanna work out is because it generates a lot of well-being, it's good for my health, it's good for my mental state. But another person could avoid doing something that's good for them because they're either following unwritten family rules or rebelling against the family. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that you do want to take care of yourself and you've been looking at other women or other men who work out and you're like, God, that looks really great. I'd love to have that type of self-esteem and that type of health, focus on health and everything. But you came from a family that badmouths people who work out or who focus on their appearance. So you think you're like being a bad, superficial person if you take care of your appearance. So even though you woke up on a beautiful Sunday morning, let's say, or Monday morning, and your spontaneous thought that came from your inner compass was, I desire to take care of myself physically, because there's this family rule that says if you do that, you're going to be one of those shallow people. You don't do what you actually want to do in order to follow the unwritten family rule. And this will obviously it'll tear away at your sense of self, right? And you will feel more and more overwhelmed and suppressed by the family rules. The other thing you could do is, let's say you come from a family where everybody does work out and everybody does focus on their appearance, but let's say that you're the scapegoat. So this happened in my family. My sister was the scapegoat until our teens, and then there was like an alternation, right? I was the scapegoat sometimes, and then the other sister was the scapegoat sometimes. But she rebelled against the family because the family did work out and the family did take care of their appearance. And as the scapegoat who was treated like crap and had no voice, her way of having a voice was saying, I'm not gonna do what everyone's gonna do. And if all of you guys are taking care of your health, then I'm gonna rebel against it and I'm not gonna take care of mine. Now, rebelling against the family system is not following your inner compass, because in trying to tell them, hey, I'm not like you, I'm different from you, you're actually not pausing and getting in touch with your own values and figuring out who you are and what you actually believe in. So neither following the family rules to belong, nor rebelling against them just to have a voice is the same thing as pausing and going inwards and asking your inner compass what you actually want. If you want to build a sense of self and you don't want to always be reacting to the family, then all of these little opportunities you have throughout the day where you get to pause, go inwards and ask yourself what you actually want to do, and then execute what you actually want to do, not just do what the family wants you to do and not just rebel against it. All of these tiny little opportunities throughout the day are going to be what is going to build that sense of self. Do you notice this? All right, so let me know if you've noticed that throughout the day you make little decisions that either help you belong to the family system or rebel against it, but don't necessarily support following your inner compass. Have you noticed any situation in which you do this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more support, reach out for one-on-one consultations or download your Break the Chains roadmap, 10 steps to stop your narcissistic parents' control.